do you eat to watch TV or do you watch TV to eat?
Explain.
So think about it. He said, so when it comes to people eating healthy or just eating in general to look a certain way, he said, you got to look at it like this. Do you eat to watch TV or do you watch TV to eat? So if you're eating to watch TV, you are just eating throughout the day just so you can watch TV.
Like literally watch TV.
Literally,
Oh, okay.
You're getting a plate of food so you can
It's like,
sit
you
down.
watch a movie. Oh, let me get some popcorn.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
Exactly.
Okay.
So he's saying if you're eating to watch TV, you're constantly putting a plate of food in front of you every time you get ready to watch TV.
You know how they say some stuff not supposed to
But
be said out loud.
that's true though. They get hot.
Said that to me. Come on, fellas. How y'all feeling today?
Living, chilling.
Another day. Hot yesterday, colder day. Welcome to Houston.
Yeah, that fucking Texas. You know. I'm gonna say something crazy, but don't shun me on this. I had this came from a female client, by the way. So don't crucify me when I say this. About the Texas weather. I literally had one of our older clients who had been through this process before. He said Houston is like a woman going through menopause. Sometimes she hot, sometimes she cold.
That's very true.
It is very true.
That is very true. Like I swear, yesterday I'm tank top.
But you know how they say some stuff not supposed to be said out loud.
That's true though. They get hot flashes. They
A
get
woman
cool.
said that to me.
But if
I
you
didn't
said-
come up with that. A woman came to me and said that.
But it's okay for her to say that.
You keep growing, son.
I get what you. No, I understand what you're saying.
Get some more years on you,
100%. I
you'll figure
understand
it
what
out.
you're saying. A woman, an older woman that done been through this
I got
process, came up to me and told me that and laughed at herself.
But you cannot go say that to
Right.
another woman.
I didn't say that to a
No,
woman. I
I'm
said
just
that to
saying-
y'all.
Right? Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I didn't just go up to a woman and be like, "Oh, hey, by the way, it's hot. It's hot today. It was cold yesterday. It's like a woman going through menopause."
Went through menopause. Hell,
Like, I'm not
some
going
of them
up
like
to
that
women.
anyway.
Say that to the homies. Like, what are we talking
menopause,
about
hell.
here?
Right?
But anyway, I guess that can lead into our topic today about being in shape versus being healthy. So, Roger, you know we have a training background. We've been doing it for a long time. You 17 plus years, me approaching 11. So it's we've been in it for a while. So we kind of understand the technical differences about being in shape versus actually being healthy. So I'm gonna start off with you because I know this is your area of expertise. I know you like to be poetic and preach to the choir when it comes to this kind of shit. Yeah, because you get long-winded when it comes to something you really know what you're talking about. I already know.
Ready.
So the difference between being healthy and being in shape, kind of what does that look like for you?
I mean, so when you got being in shape or fit, we'll use the word fit, because shape is more of a physical something. So being fit, you got the fit factors, speed, agility, flexibility, muscular endurance, cardiovascular endurance. If you got those things, you are fit or you're in shape, as people say. Now, being healthy is inside of the body, your heart, your lungs, your liver, your kidneys, stuff like that. You can have somebody that looks fit and be very unhealthy, and a very unhealthy person that looks fit. So that's the shortest version on how to put it. If you in shape or you fit, you cover the fit components. Unhealthy, if you got a heart disease, your health is not good. A cardiovascular problem, respiratory problem, that's health. But people do get it confused often. Even people come in the gym and they lift for that fitness component. My whole life I always live for the health component first. The fitness will come. You just keep doing it. Because you fit and looking all good and not healthy, you're gonna look good in that casket with that pretty suit on.
Man, you know what I'm saying?
So that but you look good though. But no, that's the difference. But it takes all those components to be fully fit. Like some people, a bodybuilder, and I'm not. We had this conversation. a lot of bodybuilders are not healthy or fit. They only had that muscular part. Their cardiovascular is bad. Their flexibility is terrible. Their endurance is terrible. So they neither fit or healthy. They're just a bodybuilder. And that's the book. Like, that's not, some people, we got a few bodybuilder buddies. They don't like to hear that. But if you Google the definition of what being fit is, you got one of them. Well, they got the muscle endurance part for sure. Bodybuilders die daily because of that. It looks good, but shoot. I think out of all sports, I want to say it is bodybuilders who die the most. Out of football, rugby, soccer, because that's a lot of muscle on that body, a lot of weight on that body that makes it unhealthy, making all your liver and your kidneys, your heart work harder, which makes you unhealthy. Then you stroke out and have a heart attack. So just because they look fit doesn't mean they're fit. And just because you do look fit doesn't mean you're healthy. And just because you're not healthy doesn't mean you're fit.
So do you think that a lot of people have a preference between the two? Because most of the time, even as trainers, I have never, a few times, not often, I've had a lot of people come and tell me, well, I just want to be in shape. I just want to be fit. I just want to lose the weight. But they never actually come up and say verbatim, I just want to be healthy. In whatever regard that looks like to them, because being healthy looks different to everybody. Being in shape, being fit looks different to everybody.
Well, correction on that. Being healthy looks pretty much the same. Being fit looks different. It's only one way that heart can work correctly and your lungs to work correctly. So being healthy is being healthy. Now, there are several forms of being fit. You got a marathon runner that weighs 120 pounds. He is fit. You got a football athlete, a running back or a DB. He is fit. Swimmers, very fit. Cyclists, very fit. So health, shit, it's only one way that blood flow. It flow. It's only one way that heart beat. It's only one way that the lungs take in the air. The kidneys function, the liver function. That's health. The looks of fitness is several looks.
So, but do you think that people have a preference?
I mean, number one, I don't think they know the difference.
So you think that's why they don't have a preference, because they don't know the difference? They don't know the difference.
Because some people just want to look good. That don't mean you're healthy.
Right. Yeah.
90% of our clients, they only want to look good. They don't. Maybe they do care about health, but I think in their head they think, well, if I look good, I'm healthy.
I'm healthy.
You know what I mean? And then just yesterday, I had a few clients ask me about these different diets, crash diets, keto diets. A lot of, and I'm not going to get started hard on that, but a lot of those things have effects later on down the road that makes you unhealthy, kind of like a keto. You eating all that fat, I get it, you're going to drop weight, you're going to get in ketosis and all that, but what about your cholesterol? There's no way you can eat that much fat. You can take supplements to try to prevent it, but why risk having that high cholesterol problem? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or even bodybuilders, why risk having an enlarged heart? So you going for the look, and you will look good, and you will get in shape at some extent. But too much, it'll make you out of shape because it's just a little too much for you. So even something as simple as drinking too much water, it can become unhealthy for you. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think people confuse fitness and health, so they don't really know. And then once you educate them, because usually most of our older clients, what they say, they want to be healthy.
Yeah, right.
They understand now. They older. They done lived. They don't care about having a shredded six-pack because it's almost impossible for the 70, 80-year-old people. They want to be healthy so they can live longer.
Right.
Young folks, we want to look good to be looked at. Or for us, like both of us, all of us, we cover up a lot. I like what I look like for me. I don't care what nobody else thinks. So that ain't the thing for me. It's the health aspect. We getting old. So I think once we clarify the difference between the two, then you can help, or people can explain to you what they want. But 100% of the time, I think you should lean towards the health aspect first, and the fitness part to come.
So, so let me ask both of y'all. Now, we all athletes or ex-athletes. Played a multitude of sports in middle school, high school, college ball, stuff like that. So at any point in time, and I'm not talking about about now, because obviously we're older now. We understand the significance of what being healthy means versus, being fit. But coming up when y'all were playing ball, was there ever a moment during that course of time to where you were prioritizing being healthy versus being fit and not knowing that you were doing that, or were you just solely focused on just being fit and being in shape for the current sport that you were playing?
I didn't even think about health. I didn't even think about it.
Yeah, I think you do some things probably more so because maybe the trainers tell you to do certain, but it's like Rod was saying, you're trying to it's a goal. Like I want to be stronger. I want to like when you're playing sports, it's not so much about the look. Like you're not trying like I'm a six pack. That's gonna make me a better defensive end. Like no, but I want to be stronger. I want to be faster. I want to be. So you're doing things that can help promote that. So inadvertently you might do some stuff that's healthy, but it's not really for health. It's for to meet a goal of being bigger, faster, stronger. But when you get older, like say, you definitely become more aware of that, more conscious. Like I tell people, with the dieting, like, anytime you lose weight, it's so weird, especially in our community. Like you lose this tiniest bit of weight. Oh, you on a diet? Like no.
Oh, you sick?
Yeah.
Something wrong
I'm getting
with
my
you.
health together.
Yeah.
Because and we kind of it's kind of sad because we kind of promote that kind of stuff too. Because one thing I've heard so much when I got older. When I was younger, I was slim. It wasn't a thing. But when I got probably like late 20s, I would say going into my early 30s, when I actually started picking up more weight and people, and I said, oh man, I gotta lose a little bit of weight. I'm starting to feel it. Like, but you carry it so well. Like, yeah, tell it to my knees.
Man.
My knees will say otherwise.
Man.
Man, it looks good on you. Listen. You don't bend over and tie your shoe and then have to come up and like
Or do that back like.
So it's definitely a difference. But again, to answer your question, now when I was younger and playing sports, I don't think I thought about health. Like I couldn't have shit. We eating pizza and shit every day. But again, that's only because day before the game they tell you to carb up so you have energy. So the day before the game, we hitting CCs, we smashing, or have mama make a big old pot of spaghetti and just kill it or whatever, so you can carb up for the game the next day. But health definitely was not a thought.
More about performance back then. Or when you're younger.
Yeah.
Now, as you get older, you'll start thinking about the health because you got to maintain the health to perform like that. You know what I mean? So, younger, I can honestly say I never one time say, I'm running these gassers to live long.
Right.
I'm running them to be conditioned to last 4 quarters. I never thought about the health part.
So see this, and I want to go back to something that you said just now, especially like within our community. What is it? You know me, I'm an advocate for telling the truth. I'm big on that, and that may not always be the best thing in a lot of cases, which we done talked about this when it come to me, because I'm sometimes a little too straightforward. But I'm not big on just avidly telling people, oh, you carry that weight so well, knowing you overweight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, Charles, you 6'5", 6'4", 6'5". Yeah, you a bigger guy. I'm sorry, I don't want to minimize.
Matter of fact, 6'5" and a
Got his
quarter.
flip flops on today. He's still 6'4".
6'5" and a quarter, if we being exact.
All right, so you 6'5" and a quarter, but you naturally a bigger guy.
Yes.
Like since you've been tall, you have never been a smaller man. You know what I'm saying? So even going through your career, even from playing ball into your adulthood, as you stop playing sports, stop being so active, and slowly started to gain a little weight, people probably still tell you, oh, you carry it real well.
Yes.
Why are we so conditioned to tell people, oh, but you carry it so well, versus, I can understand if it's a stranger. I get it. You don't want to come off as disrespectful or, overly blunt or whatever, but with our friends, that's what we hear it the most. With people that we know, oh, you look good. I like how you hold that. Or, when you wear clothes, it makes it look better. Why are we conditioned to say you hold it so well, you carry it so well, versus just telling people, hey, look, I know you said you want to lose weight. Yeah, while that weight still looks good on you, you know what I'm saying? I'm still an advocate of, if you want to lose weight, I think it could look better.
I mean, that one has it's two ways you can look at it, right? Since Charles is 6'5", right? Let's say he get to 330. It does look better on him than 330 will look better on me.
Right, because
You
you're
get 'em 'cause I'm short.
5'9".
5'10".
I'm not playing with y'all, bro. Y'all are wild.
All right, 5'10". You 5'8".
How the fuck you?
I'm taller than you.
We gonna take a picture after this?
Okay.
Because you full of shit.
Okay. I'm taller than you, Trace. Trust me.
You are taller than me by like this
How
much,
tall are you?
big dog. I'm 5'9", strong.
I'm 5'10".
I'm a strong 5'9".
5'10".
If I put some force
So
in
that still makes him taller than you.
with the hat, I'm 5'11".
Y'all get
Don't
the
let me
fuck
put my
out.
don't let me put my cowboy boots on. I'm 6 foot with my
I'm
boots
not
on.
doing this with you, man.
But
Go ahead.
back to the real thing though. Some people do carry that weight good. Like a taller man can carry more weight. So even a muscle bound man, I got a buddy of mine. We call him Hamburger. I think I told you this story. Back in the day when I finally bucked up by 230, I was 230. Burger was 230. But Burger was built like this. I was built like this. So that weight can look good in a certain way. Now, if you lying to a person and tell them, "Oh, you carry that well," you don't, because we say that, or we'll say some shit like, "You big boned." Ain't no such thing, no goddamn big bone.
That shit.
Right.
Your bone
That
density
big bone
is your
shit,
bone
yes.
density. You fat, cuz. You know what I'm saying? So, to an extent, you do carry it well. Like some of them ball players that look skinny, but they're 7 foot tall. They weigh 230.
Yeah.
Look at LeBron. What LeBron, like,
We still don't know how tall he really is.
yeah,
we
we
gonna
don't.
call it 6'8", 6'9".
But
We
I'm
still
just
don't know how
saying
tall
he can
really
carry
is.
260, 270 and run up and down that court like that because he's so tall.
Right.
So it's like, to an extent, that is true. But I get what you're saying. Sometimes if they ask, "Oh, you done put on a little weight," they telling you you're fat. But let me calm it down. But you carry it well though.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? That's kind of
Yeah.
like, I'm letting you know you gained a little weight. You still look good, but we need to cut it down. If I say that, that's what I mean. But it is certain body types that looks better with more weight. Like a shorter man a short man at 300, you look 400.
Yeah.
A tall man at 300, they look kind of slim because he's 6. Like Charles, a big guy, but he don't look fat.
Right.
But if you take a 5'9" guy and put that weight on him, that's
Yeah, it's gonna
Mr.
look
Clump,
different.
Professor Clump, whatever it is. So it to an extent, you can say they carry it well.
Yeah, I don't care about none of that.
Them knees don't carry.
When you got a
Yeah.
newborn that's being breastfed and then you holding it with no shirt on and they trying to eat, that's a problem.
My baby did that too, though. Did crew ever do that?
No, bro.
She never turned that head to you?
Not on my nipple, nah.
But did she turn her head to you?
I mean, when she was a baby,
Yeah,
I
that
mean,
means she trying to find that nipple. When they be like,
it ain't a whole lot of nipple to find.
I'm just saying, my baby did
I
it too. And she
I
turned
think-
that
I
head.
think
My
to me.
nipples don't hang.
When it comes to
Don't either, man.
that's the point.
But some men nipples do hang though.
Tracy, hold on. We're going to act up at the end. Let's stay focused. Let's stay, because you about to start cutting up.
Right.
But
But no, to answer your question though, why like family and friend, close people do it, I think it's two reasons. Number one, we lie to ourselves. So it's natural for us to lie to everybody. Because we look at ourselves in the mirror and be like, oh, it ain't too tight. I can still wear this. I can still wear that. People just naturally do that. And then because if it's somebody we love or somebody we care about, we don't want to hurt their feelings. And that's the problem. I lost a friendship one time. And for a long time, I put it on that person because they were doing some foul stuff. But then after thinking about it over a couple of years, I thought about it. I said, you know what? I wasn't the best friend of them either because I let them get away with a lot of stuff because I didn't want to tell them the truth. And so that made me start looking at things different and being more honest with people. Cause me, I consider myself to be an honest person. Like we talked about it before. Like if you ask me something, I'm gonna tell you directly. But sometimes we can't wait for people to ask, or people. You have to be You got to find that middle ground
I mean,
between being
especially-
too blunt.
But if it's,
It's still being truthful with a person, because now this wasn't on no health stuff. This was on some different type of stuff, but still, it's just not calling them out and saying, "Hey, bro, that's no, we're not doing this. Don't do that. Whatever." And then it get to a point where you kind of get fed up with it. You be like, "Okay, I just can't deal with this person no more because they not a good type of person." But maybe I could have changed it if I would have said something.
I think if it's in your circle, be blunt. Like, say it. If Tracy,
Yeah.
I remember when the baby got here, he was getting a little fluffy, and I told him, like, Bo, remember COVID? Man, we got a little chubby. It is what it is, and I'm gonna tell him just like that. And even as a fitness professional, man, a doctor ain't gonna sugarcoat it to you, right? He gonna tell you, hey, you got boom, boom, boom. This is what you need to do. Right. So in the gym and to my circle, I'm gonna keep it real with you. You come to the gym, well, I'm thick. There's a difference between thick and fat, sweetheart.
Absolutely.
And it's my job to be honest with you because nobody else is. That's why you pay me to be honest with you. But we did talk about it in other podcasts. I just deliver it a little sweet. And Tracy, girl, you a Happy Meal from 300.
You
Y'all always
got
coming
the
at
Barry White. It don't
my
matter. You can be
neck.
like,
I was just
Y'all be
saying.
coming
girl,
at
you
my
fat as hell. And she's
neck.
like,
Oh,
really?
thank you.
I listen. I ain't never went left.
What
Like
you mean?
there'd be a fine line.
No,
I
I'm
don't
saying
never
for-
actually cross
For
that
your
line.
frame, what you talking about for gaining the weight?
No. When you tell me that, I be telling people
You got to think like a woman.
when I talk to
When you
women.
talk to women, yeah.
Why you think I don't?
I've been knowing you for a long. You think you do. You know how many people come to meet you. Let me tell you this. We go have a moment of truth here. They love Tracy, but they hate him. They go in there like, yes, a massa, because they don't know what he gonna say.
Right.
Like Tracy will tell him in the heart. Isla told me the other day, she was like, I said her name, my bad, but whatever.
You
She
and
was
you
like, can
butchered
you
it.
foam roll me? I'm like, you know what? I got you. I took her to the side. She just stroking her ego. She happy. Tracy would tell me, no, you need to get your fat ass need to do the workout first.
Oh,
and then, hold on. And then look.
You lying.
And then we can stretch.
I'm 100%
I said, Tracy, no,
not
but
about
I've heard
to
him
allow
say that.
you to lie.
He gonna
on camera.
We'll do that at the end.
You lying on
Me?
camera right
No,
now is
I'm
crazy
you
work.
didn't foam her the other day?
I 100% did not call
Last
her a fat
week,
ass.
2 weeks. No, she didn't. I added that
You
part.
said
Yeah.
that. I
Okay,
said that I
correction.
called
He
her a
did
fat
not.
ass.
He did not call her fat ass. No, but that's what his eyes are saying. No,
Yeah.
you about to do this workout
That's
first.
how she took it.
Yeah, you about to do the workout first in her head.
Oh,
He's
man.
calling me a fat ass. Me, I'm like, you know what? Go grab a mat. I got you. Phone roll. Go and get you out of the way. Tracy's gonna make sure you get that work in first. Fuck it, I'll phone roll your fat ass
Okay,
later.
since
And
we
she's not fat, by the way. This is
since we on that,
Mm.
do you think both of y'all? It's a question for both of y'all. Do y'all think people in general population people, not necessarily athletes? We kind of just excluding athletes for now, just general population. Do you feel like normal people take more steps to being fit or to being healthy?
I can speak. We all Southern. We all, of some brown descent, African American, whatever you want to call it. We didn't know about the health aspect. Think about how our moms cook for us. It was killing us. Think about it. It tastes good, but really think about what we used to eat back in the day growing up, or what entailed of a family cookout or soul food. So that health part, we didn't know about it. Man, I didn't know about no macros and micro. Man, I knew about smothered pork chops, fried chicken, some good collard greens, some cabbage. But within that cabbage, we're gonna put some fat back in there, a ton of bacon. That cabbage gonna be
Black-eyed
greasy.
peas.
So you know what I'm saying? So we'll take a healthy food as Southerners and make it very unhealthy, and it tastes good. So we wasn't raised on that health part. Like and I don't, because my mama get on my ass, but I do not recall her ever saying, hey, son, eat this broccoli. It's good for you. Now eating that pot of gumbo, all right. So it's kind of like we wouldn't taught that coming up. It was like unheard of because our parents didn't cook for them like that. So we didn't know better. We had to learn through time. You know, when you 16 with high blood pressure, you look fit though. You look healthy, but why do you have high blood pressure?
Right.
Why is your cholesterol high? And it all went to the food that we were eating that we didn't know was unhealthy. My big mama, rest her soul, if you not big, something wrong with you. Like you depressed, you sick. Another one, you can be full as a tick. Oh, you ain't getting up till you finish all that food on your plate.
Yeah.
We were taught to overeat, you know? Well, not on purpose, but that's just the way it was. Other cultures, they're not like that. Some are, but it's more that's not than the ones that are. That is, like us. You know, we were taught to eat all the food on your plate. The soul food, as most people would know it as. And that's our favorite foods. Still to this day, I love me a good, you know, I don't eat much pork, but I want it in that cabbage. You know what I'm saying? I want it greasy too. I want my lips shining when I finish.
So let me ask you this. And I know for a fact that a lot of people don't. They feel the difference, but I don't know if they actually know the difference, or at least how they decipher it. I feel like a lot of people can't recognize the difference between what being full is versus actually being satisfied. You know what I'm saying?
You know what the technical definition is?
What?
You know why we can overeat so much bad food is because it doesn't have the adequate amount of macros and micros in it. So you eat a lot.
Explain that. Give me a short version of what macros and micros are. Real quick.
Okay, you getting, so you got vitamins and minerals, you got protein, carbs, and fats. That's your macros and micros. You get some from vitamins, you get some from food, right? So we can go to Burger King or McDonald's or whatever and eat a big old burger and fries and have a brownie or cookie on the side because it's not nutrient rich. So your body is eating and eating and eating until it get enough. Now, go get a plate and get you your macros, healthy macros. Build your micros with fruits, veggies, take your multivitamins and all that kind of stuff. You will not overeat because that's all in our brain. Once your body get its satisfaction of what it needs, it's not hungry no more because you've given it what it needs. We overeat because it's like we still ain't got that right amount of this or that right amount of that because this food we eating is just junk. It's just grease and fat. It's empty, almost calories that just only make you fat. So if the food has all the things you need, your brain. Remember that time I went 100% vegetarian? Man, you saw me eating, and I did lose a little weight, but I was full off of straight, raw, uncut fruit and veggies. I think, what was it, cod and salmon. Eating like a bird, but I was full. That's why we overeat, though, because the bad food don't have what our body needs, so it just keep eating until it gets what it needs. Yeah.
And on top of that, now what it does have is flavor. It hit them endorphins, and then you want more because it's like, oh, this is good. I want to eat more. I want to eat more. So you have that craving, but like you said, you're not getting the actual what you need for your body. So your body's not getting full, and your brain wants more because it's feeling good. So you just eat.
You know, a while ago when I used to, back in my other life when I used to be a exotic bird trainer.
Wait for the comments on that.
People do not realize that I have lived multiple lives within a 32-year span, or have had multiple professions. I have not always been a trainer, by the way, but
You was proud of them damn birds too.
I was though.
No, when
Post them often.
it was years
right.
later when he stopped working and one of them died. What was that? What it was? Or one of them? It was in a new. What happened? So one of them, one of the OG birds.
Nah, ain't none of the OG birds died. We went
There
there
was
not too long
something
ago.
you came telling me about. What was it?
I can't
Oh,
remember.
maybe you just popped up and said the bird's name. What was his name?
Which one? My
Whichever
favorite
one was your homie.
Oh, Aruba.
Yeah, he missed.
that's
the
my
Aruba.
baby.
He was heartbroken.
Yeah, that's my baby.
We went
No,
up there. We went up there the other day. Well, no, about what, a month ago.
Yeah, something like that.
They still remember him though.
Oh yeah.
We trying to get him to do the tricks and talk. Tracy go up there And they did. I'm like, well, goddamn, he was good at something.
Man, look,
he trained the hell out them birds.
off topic real quick before we get back in. That was I listen. I much more prefer to work with animals and humans still to this day, but that's another conversation for another day. But back when I used to do that, I had a guy that I was talking. He was one of the community service workers, right? You know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
That's what you talking about?
Yeah.
Wes.
No, not Wes. Tony.
Tony? Oh, Big Tony.
Yeah, Big Tony. So Big Tony asked me one day, because he was like, man, I see you fit. He was asking me a whole bunch of questions, how I do this, how I do that. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm a trainer part-time or whatever. And we were just in the midst of conversation. You know what I mean? And he told me, he said, let me ask you a question. He said, do you eat to watch TV or do you watch TV to eat?
Explain.
So think about it. He said, so when it comes to people eating healthy or just eating in general to look a certain way, he said, you got to look at it like this. Do you eat to watch TV or do you watch TV to eat? So if you're eating to watch TV, you are just eating throughout the day just so you can watch TV.
Like literally watch TV.
Literally, you're getting a plate of food so you can sit down.
You watch a movie. Oh, let me get some popcorn.
I get what you're saying.
Exactly.
Okay.
So he's saying if you're eating to watch TV, you're constantly putting a plate of food in front of you every time you get ready to watch TV. Versus watching TV to eat. Like me, I watch TV to eat. You know what I mean? So when I get ready to eat, I will put a plate of food in front of me and only watch TV until I'm done with my plate of food, which depending on however long that might be, 15, 20 minutes or so, and then I'm done. And then I'll go on about whatever I was doing before that.
I never thought about that.
Yeah,
I mean, I was raised, we always ate, even if it wasn't like a family, like everybody sitting down and eating, you had to go to the table and eat. Or you had designated areas where you ate. So even now to this day, even when football on or something, I don't watch TV and eat. I eat and then.
So, yeah, right.
Yeah, is that what you're saying though?
Yeah, so like it's whenever we're doing that, watching football is a thing that typically happens mostly all day on a Sunday.
So you just eat.
Most of us are eating to watch TV because we're watching TV for an extended period of time. So most of the time, even if football comes on at 12, right? We start eating at 12. Okay. Within the next 3 hours or so, we may still be hungry again. While we're still watching football, we're going to go in the kitchen and grab a snack or whatever it might be to come back, sit down to watch TV.
Now, that TV makes you overeat though, right?
It does, and that's why I'm getting at. And that's why I'm getting at. Because people who are eating to watch TV, they're most likely the ones that are overweight. You know what I mean? Or the ones that don't necessarily care about their health. You know what I'm saying? Versus, like I said, myself, I watch TV so I can eat. So I am only watching TV when I am getting ready to eat my meal. Once I am done with my meal, I'm done watching TV for the most part.
That's wild. That's crazy because, and if you think about it, I guarantee he's probably much more productive because that's another thing too. We get caught on TV and then, you know, you lose a whole 2-3 hours of your day caught up in TV. But and it probably helps too with what you're eating, especially if you're eating something healthy, you know, that may particularly not taste well. But you're just, the TV is kind of distraction because you're eating. Man, that's crazy. And then if you think about football too, like the football analogy, think about what you're eating too. Empty calories.
Yeah,
exactly.
So you all day long you eating chips and dip and hot dogs and all these empty calories all day long.
You know,
while
it's
football.
blowing my mind as y'all talk. I didn't know so many people watch TV and eat.
Or you mean eat and watch TV?
I would be watching something.
First of all, everybody's not a machine. You've been a machine since the day you was born.
I'm serious. My brain over here thinking like people sitting. Like I like to. It's weird. I like Tracy. No, I like food. And I like to make healthy food taste good. And sometimes I go off and eat bad stuff, but it's like I have to eat. Like I have to remember we was watching that fight. I stopped watching the fight. I went sat at the table and ate.
Yeah.
Remember that? Everybody else sitting on the couch, and I'm thinking in my head, how can they eat this food and enjoy it looking at that?
Yeah.
So what y'all said, I'm like, dang, that's a thing. That's crazy. I could be watching a good game, and I'm hungry. I go eat, and I'm like, man, let me see what I missed.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Or I try to record it or something, go back. I never watch sit there. Now, if it's popcorn, maybe, because maybe that's a habit of going to a movie.
Yeah.
I might eat some popcorn watching TV, but I never eat meals watching TV, which is crazy.
So many people do. Most people do shit.
Like dinner, like you eating the whole dinner
Yeah,
plate.
for sure.
Really?
Yeah, so you kind of see the way he broke that down to me just in the midst of conversation. This is somebody who is out of shape, by the way. The person
Have you
that I'm
saw him
talking
lately?
to, I haven't saw him lately.
Tony, built like you.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But at the time, he was heavy set. He had to been.
No, Tony, I remember Tony highest weight was 323.
Yeah,
I remember.
that was a big boy, and he was tall too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So this is not a small man we talking about. He is telling me this at the time to me, who I'm in the best shape of my life at the time. You know what I mean? But it's not the fact of just because I'm a fitness professional and he's not, don't mean he can't give me game about
Oh
something.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
You just said that was my first time hearing it. I'm like, man, I'm gonna use that tomorrow.
Right.
Like,
and when he was explaining it to me, he was like, literally, if you look at it and you break it down, those separate the two different kinds of people. The people who are actually disciplined enough to actually, if they want to partake in watching TV or something like that, they're only doing it as they're getting ready to eat, and once they're done eating, they get up and then they go about their day. Versus the people who live to eat just so they can watch TV.
That's a good point. I'm gonna ask you this point though: how many vegans, vegetarians have you seen that's overweight?
I don't know. I can't name you any.
Now, but you've seen some.
I've seen some, but I don't know them personally.
Why are they overweight?
I would say because they're overeating.
Of what though? Because I had one Shanna vegetarian, but she looks great. But I had another one. One of the guys I can't remember. They were pescatarian and severely overweight. And then he was like, "But I eat blah blah blah." I say, "But you still eating the bad carbs and a bad fat."
Right.
So just because you're vegetarian, that does not mean you cannot be overweight. That's just saying you ain't eating meat. And most vegetarians nowadays, they still do meat product, like eggs or milk or stuff like that. But how do vegetarians, and mainly vegetarians, how are they still overweight and they're vegetarian?
I personally think, okay, let's take animals for instance. Okay, a lot of mammals, cows, horses, stuff like that, they eat grass, hay, stuff like that. The only way that I could see that happening is kind of going back to the point that we were saying. They're eating to be full, not eating to be satisfied. Because we talk about just like stuff like Weight Watchers and stuff like that. They go over like a point system. They don't give you anything specific you can eat. People still can eat cookies, cakes, pizza, stuff like that. But everything is kind of in moderation up to a certain point, up to a certain amount of calories. So it's kind of like if they're still, even though they're eating healthy proteins and stuff like that, if they're still overeating, which is still constantly expanding their stomach and not eating to be satisfied, that would still eventually lead them to being overweight, right?
Yeah, that's 100%. I'm just testing you, big dog.
Man.
and a lot of stuff too that I learned because we did that as well. We, my wife and I, we went vegetarian for a month one time, about almost 2 months, just to try it out. And what I learned is with like stuff like tofu, like it has a lot of sodium in it, and a lot of things that are vegetarian. Vegetarian don't mean healthy necessarily. Again, like you were saying, it just means no animal product. Right. But it still could be full of a lot of fats, a lot of salts.
A lot of snacks are vegetarian.
Right.
Like it's not a meat product, but you can eat that cake or you can eat that honey bun. Or,
right.
Yeah.
So yeah, you definitely can still overeat and get empty calories and stuff like that. So And that's a misconception too, because people automatically think like, oh, I'm gonna be vegetarian, so I'm gonna be healthy. I'm gonna do, no, that doesn't necessarily mean that. You have to be conscious and thoughtful about exactly what you're doing, what you're putting in your body, how you're treating your body for the health aspect. Because okay, you go vegan, you go vegetarian, maybe you lose a lot of weight, you get skinny, but you've still got all these internal problems going on because of the type of stuff that you're eating. Then what's the point?
Now I'm gonna ask you first, Tracy, then Charles, you can answer, and I'm gonna answer honestly too. When you on your game, which we stay on pretty solid for the most part, but do you really eat for the taste, or you just eat for what you need?
Man, that's a great question. I've had multiple people ask me that question, and my answer is always the same. When I'm on my game and I'm on a mission because I have a goal, I'm not eating for taste. I tell them I'm eating for the result. I tell them straight up. Typically when I'm really on my grind, I look at on my grind as 85 to 90%.
Yeah.
Because you kind of still leave a little cushion to kind of enjoy yourself just so you don't go crazy. You know what I mean? I tell them when I'm eating for the result, it's not about the taste. If I want to eat something for taste, I'm going to go to a restaurant and get what I want. You know what I mean? And that's going to be my 10%. But for that 90%, it's not about what it tastes like. I'm truly not putting food in my mouth to sit back and actually enjoy it as if I were eating to watch TV.
Now, when
what I'm saying?
when you're not so strict on your game, do you still apply that kind of, or you just be like, you know what, I'm off of it right now. I'm just finna eat.
If I'm off of it, I'm necessary. If I'm off of my game, that probably means I'm probably not meal prepping as much. So I'm probably either getting fast food or just maybe cooking something that I want to cook. And at that point, I'm just kind of I'm more so eating for the taste when I'm not on my game, because at that point I'm just trying to enjoy something.
Well, what about you, Troy?
Kind of the same. Like when I'm focused, I'm focused. Like I'll give a good example. Like green tea. Everybody keeps saying green tea good for you, good for. I think tea is the most disgusting thing on earth.
Really?
I think it tastes like sewage water, and I never used to drink it. But
Wow.
over the past year, I've been drinking green tea because, and for no other reason than because so many sources say it's good for you. So I just
Matcha too.
I just suck it up or drink it down as whatever, and take it like a man. But I never. It's been a year since I started drinking it. It still tastes like the same way the very first time it touched my lips. It's still disgusting, but I do it because of the benefit.
So when you're on your game.
Yeah.
The tea. Now, have you made the tea just a part of your lifestyle? That's where I was getting at. Like for what I try to tell clients, eating 100% strict and healthy forever, I think that's impossible.
It's unrealistic.
Like, and the people who say they do it, I think they're lying.
Yeah.
Now, for the most part, I eat pretty good, or I try to make healthy stuff taste really good, but I haven't thought of nothing that tastes like a Reese's peanut butter cup or a chocolate chip cookie. So that's where that cheat meal comes into play. Now, I can't remember. One of the clients asked, how often do you do a cheat meal? I said, when I really feel it. Like when I don't say, I don't take advantage of it and do that shit like daily. But like me and you, when we be on, I run to the gas station, I get us some eggs, like that plate I brought. We had a good egg, some seared potatoes, some pretty healthy breakfast. You may want a little Reese's though. That Reese's satisfied that taste.
Yeah.
Now, I believe if you don't take that cheat, man, you're going to binge. You are going to go stupid because your body is craving it. So go ahead and have that cheat meal, but just don't take advantage of it. So, man, questions. Man, you consistently eat good. I consistently eat pretty good because I figured out a formula how not to allow this mind to make me go binge. Yes, I have my cookies. Yes, I do a steak sometimes. It might mess my stomach up the next day, but my taste buds ain't had it in a while and I wanted it, So I think with the nutrition part, because that's major in the health part. It's major in the fitness part too, but it's also both ways, being fit and healthy, you need good nutrition both ways. But if you don't put yourself on a checklist and discipline yourself and not hold out too long, like some people say, oh, I'm going to do this for 90 days. Why? You're going to fall off and be upset and try again.
Yeah.
Make it a lifestyle to where, okay, 80% of the time I'm going to eat pretty healthy. When you get that hard, my craving is sweet. What's yours?
Mine is starch, unfortunately.
Okay. And what's yours, Tracy?
Oh, it's sweets for sure.
Okay, so once you get that craving, don't hold out that bad, because usually when your taste bud is satisfied, man, I promise you, one time I was on another level, but I ain't feel like moving. And I'm like, man, I want something sweet. I got some apples, and I put them in a skillet, and I seared them, put a little cinnamon, put a little sugar, and ate it, and it satisfied my sweet craving. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Even if you do it in a healthy way or unhealthy way, I believe that cheat meal, when we tell people that, they take that as a day, and they eat fucked up shit the whole day. That's not how this is.
Right.
You know what be killing me though, and I know we got to wrap it up, but you will see people on Instagram, right? Fitness professionals with 3 large pizzas, 17 donuts, 6 rolls of sushi. You see that before?
Absolutely.
And they saying they eating all that. They not.
No.
Come on, how?
Brother.
And what's so dangerous about that is people follow that.
And they try to do it.
Yes.
How can you possibly eat all that?
Let me tell you something.
No, I'm serious though.
Look, I'm going to tell you, both of y'all know how much I eat.
Oh, you eat.
Both of y'all
You
know
eat
how
more
much
than
I eat.
both of us put together.
I go
Yeah.
crazy. He has seen me eat plates and plates on plates on plates in a span of an hour. Crazy. So when I see stuff like that, especially when it's like sushi, pizza, stuff that's like heavy with carbs, the bread and cheese and stuff like that, I'm like, bro, it ain't no way you're telling these people you are eating all that, because I know you not.
You go to a
I know you
diabetic
not.
coma, man.
You're not a
plate
professional
of
eater
cookies,
like that. It's no
a
way.
plate of donuts.
Nah, you going
Like,
crazy.
what the
Nah,
hell?
it ain't no way.
But wrap it up though on the fitness, the main difference on the fitness and health. What's important in an approach you think you should take?
I think you need to set a goal for yourself and understand what your goal is, and make sure that you're not just blindly leading yourself to your goal. And when I say that is, make sure you're taking the proper steps to do so. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5. A lot of people just like to do step 1, step 2, and then try to skip to step 6. You can't do that. You gotta follow the steps in order, and understand that. Make it a priority to prioritize your health first. So saying, make sure your ultimate goal is to be healthy. And on the journey of being healthy, I can assure you, you will eventually become fit or start to obtain the shape that you want to be in. So we just can't blindly chase after, oh, I want abs, oh, I want a bigger butt, oh, I want better shoulders or nice arms or a bigger chest. We can't look at it that way. We got to look at, okay, where is my body at now, and where do I want it to be, both internally and externally? So we just have to take our blinders off and look at the big picture. Stop looking at this, like you just looking at pieces instead of the full body of work. You know what I'm saying?
And
So
reasonably, I would say reasonably, upon your reason, make it a lifestyle. Don't diet. Don't. Well, you can diet. That's a good start. But I think make your nutrition, your health, your fitness a lifestyle. I eat, shit, sleep every day. That's part of my lifestyle. I also work out. I hydrate every day. Eat good. Now, do I have my cheat moments? Yes, for the most part, it's good. I made it a lifestyle. Now, some people think that eating healthy is, like I said, at 100%. I've never seen no one in my 17 years do that. I've never done that. I'm going to have the cheats. That's okay. That's fine. But try to make working out a part of your lifestyle. Eating correct, a part of your lifestyle. Prioritizing your health, a part of your lifestyle. Follow the order of operation like Tracy was saying. Everything will fall in place with your health and your fitness level.
And I'm gonna add this. This is a good one. First, you gotta whatever you plan on doing, you got to future-proof it. Go to the doctor. That's one thing we take for granted. You know, we see even the diets, even the stuff that you want to do, it tell you consult a physician first. Absolutely do it. And I'm telling you from experience, sometimes there's things going on that we don't know that's going on that we need to know that you need to address first before you even indulge into whatever type of fitness lifestyle you want to go into, because what will happen is it's not going to work out the way you want it to, and then you're going to get discouraged and you're going to not do it and you're going to break and all that kind of stuff. So consult a physician, get with a trainer, go through the proper steps, get the right people in your corner that can actually help you along the process. That will go a long way than just trying to do it on your own. And like RP was saying, make it a lifestyle. For me, I'm just speaking from experience. What's been working for me that I've tried in the past is, okay, I'm going to eat healthy, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, or whatever. No, whatever your diet is, keep doing that and then just slowly swap stuff out. Little by little, just start swapping things out. And that way, the transition will be much more smoother. It'll become much more of your lifestyle, and you'll be consistent with it.
It's a marathon, not a sprint, man.
Absolutely.
It is a marathon with both of those things. Don't look for the quick fix. Run that marathon, and you're going to end up well. You're going to be all right.
And I'm going to say this. We call it a cheat meal and not a cheat day for a reason.
Yes.
Please stop thinking when we say you can have a cheat meal, that don't mean fuck up the whole day. That mean eat that one meal that you normally would not eat while you are on your diet and leave it at that.
But please
Go back to your
explain
diet.
why not to do it the whole day. What happens to that whole week of work?
That if you fuck up the whole day, I'm talking breakfast, lunch, snack, dinner, all of that progress that you have obtained during the week is now diminished.
You done broke even.
You done broke even. It's done. Either you done broke even or now you have found yourself in a caloric surplus.
Yes.
And now you are back to square one. Actually, you done took 2 steps back.
Or I'm stuck at a plateau. No, you ain't.
Right. So
plateau.
understand that it is a cheat meal and not a cheat day. Don't fuck up the whole day. And also remember that it is called a fitness journey and not a fitness destination for a reason. Understand that.
You done got in your zone.
I'll tell you, I be going crazy when I get ready. Look.
Okay, now.
But anyway, this has been a Future Proof Podcast. I'm Tracy Johnson Jr.
I'm Charles.
RP.
We'll see y'all later.